This book, entitled The Spiritual Perfection of the Human Being, presents the experience of St. Augustine of Hippo as contained in his Confessions. And the major text for this book is drawn from book 1 of his Confessions, where St. Augustine says, praying and thanking God for the divine providence bestowed upon him. And he says, you made us for yourself, and our lives and our hearts are restless until they come to rest in you. The first part, you made us for yourself, brings out the Trinitarian image in which God has made us unto himself. And those Trinitarian image, you have the three fundamental powers of the soul: the intellect, the memory, and the will. Actually, we are talking about the perfection of the human being. The perfection of the human being is a journey towards oneself. That constant return, that dynamic movement back into ourselves. Because we have this Trinitarian image implanted by God in us. And by those same powers, we can become perfect. So it's a call to a self-conscious life, a reflective life. And St. Augustine develops this power, as we can see. We'll read the book, we find this, the Augustinian experience there. And Augustine talks about the fundamental difficulty we have today, which comes from the defect, the human defect, that stems from the sin of Adam and Eve. St. Augustine says, Adam and Eve wanted to rejoice in a power that was greater than theirs, because as we read in the book of Genesis, we said they wanted to become like God. It means actually they wanted to, not to accept the way they were as creatures, but to want to become like creatures, like the Creator himself. And that's where we have the problem of perfection. And that one constitutes the restlessness of the human heart. The heart is restless because the heart is looking for something that is not contained in him. And St. Augustine brings out his experience that as a young man, he was moving around looking for joy, looking for peace, looking for love, looking for happiness in the created things. And as we shall read in the book, at one moment, like the prodigal son, St. Augustine came back to himself and discovered that beauty he was looking was within him. That love he was searching outside was within him. That peace was within him. So what did St. Augustine say? The prayer, he says, to God, late have I loved you, O wisdom, so ancient and so new. Late have I loved you. You were within me. I did not know, but I was looking for you outside. So you see, that perfection is that self-conscious life. To know that God, that joy, that perfect love, that beauty, that harmony we are looking for is in the human being, because God made us in his image and likeness. And that's the beginning of the perfection we are talking about. And he talks about us, the humility of Jesus Christ. That perfection comes by that humble way of life, taking ourselves low, serving others, and putting ourselves in the last position. Contrary to Adam and Eve, who wanted to become like God, who wanted to be up there. And so that perfection means that humble return, as Jesus teaches us in his incarnation. And talks about the virtue of charity also, that heals the defects of original sin, the defects of pride and concupiscence, which we find also developed in the book. So, thank you for listening, and it's our pleasure that you be with us on Tuesday, the 22nd of this month at 11 a.m. for the official launching of this book. Thank you. God bless you all.